it feels like it's been forever since I created a message of the day. So long that I almost forget how to do it. And this is like my 8th or 9th time trying to record this video. But this time we're going to do it. We're going to plow right through. I'm pretty sure I said that same thing the last 3 videos, but I'm going to say it again. This is it. This is the time. Okay. Anyways, here's what I'm sort of thinking about today. I'm thinking about the body a lot, actually. And this has been coming up for me quite a bit, just even in terms of my own healing, growth, evolution, because obviously, though I have done the journey to worthiness, though I've done lots of work through therapy, I've let go of a lot of stuff, it seems to be that once you complete one journey to worthiness, another invitation to go through it again comes up. And for me, the piece that is consistently there for me is understanding how my body talks to me. Because I think as we grow up and as we learn and as we go through school and all this stuff, we almost learn that the brain and the body are sort of 2 separate entities in a lot of ways. Like this runs your thoughts and your body lets you know if there's something wrong. But ultimately, and this is what I want to share with you, is that your body actually is a beautiful messenger. It talks to you in a lot of different ways, but we haven't really been trained and we don't have the knowledge to really tap into and understand how the body is speaking to us. For me personally, like if you think, let's take an example of anxiety. Anxiety is often rooted in these intrusive thoughts that are telling us there's something to fear in the future, or some sort of fear that we won't be okay at a later time, that we won't be able to make it through, we won't be okay, all this stuff. And often it's the intrusive thoughts that then send the body into sort of a spiral, and the body starts setting off alarms. And really, when you think about it, yes, you feel a lot of anxiety in the mind because you have the anxious thoughts, the intrusive thoughts, but then that also, you start to feel it in the body. That's why your heart starts to flutter. You feel like a pit in your stomach. You don't really feel well. And that's the body that's alerting you that there's something that's awry in your system. Maybe there's a disconnect between the thoughts and the body. No matter what the case may be, it is a great messenger. It's obviously going to tell you when you are exhausted. It's going to tell you through your intuition, because if we think about intuition in general, most people feel intuition through their body. They'll feel they'll feel uncomfortable if something doesn't feel right, or they'll feel, a sense of elation or excitement if something is really, really right for them. The intuition talks to you through the body for most people. And it speaks very quietly, as we all know. It will tell you if you are physically exhausted to the point of needing rest. And for those of you that might have noticed, maybe you didn't notice, I was not around last week on social media, number 1, because I was sick, but number 2, because my body was telling me that I was physically exhausted. Obviously, doing the job that I do, working with clients on social media, hosting Facebook groups, all of these different aspects and elements that I'm doing obviously take a lot of bandwidth for me as well too. So when I'm not listening to the body and I'm not honoring what it needs and I'm just plowing through, I end up feeling just exhausted to the point of I can't even open my eyes, to the point where my body almost freezes, and I can't do anything. I'm sort of frozen in a sense. That's the best way to describe it. And that's a lot of what I struggled with last week. A lot of it, again, is because I was ill. I wasn't feeling great. I couldn't even speak for a couple of days there. But the other aspect of it was this real sense of burnout that was manifesting itself in my body through just having no energy for anything at all. And it was me saying, okay, body, I understand. I'm tapped in. I'm tuned in. I am going to honor you and take rest. As much rest as I can. And obviously, I was still seeing clients. I was still doing all this stuff. But a lot of it was that I just needed a break. I needed to create that distance. And if I had not listened to my body, had I just kept plowing through, had I continued to just keep showing up, I wouldn't be doing you any favors because you're not getting the best of me. And I wouldn't be doing myself any favors because I wasn't listening to the body. So it's really important to kind of build that relationship and say, okay, body, what are you trying to tell me? Because anything that you're feeling there, whether it's discomfort, pain, if you're feeling some type of way in your body, it almost feels like discomfort, that's a sign that's calling you to tune in. And I think that, there's always this influence from supposed to culture that focuses and places more emphasis on the mind. Like, your mind is king. It knows best. Focus more on the thoughts. Don't listen to the body. And that's something I think that we need to work to reconcile, that these two do speak to each other. There's a real mind, body, soul connection, and it is very holistic. They're not individual parts. They're all impacting one another in one form, in one shape or form. And it's up to us to be able to make those connections and build those relationships with the body, with the mind, understand how the two are speaking to each other, so that we can actually be able to regulate our bodies, and most of all, listen to them. Listen. And this is something I still struggle with today, because there's a part of me that's like, just keep going. You have to, no matter, and some of this I've had to unlearn. And that, for me, my process of breaking up with supposed to culture has been understanding that if my body's calling for rest, I need to listen. I can't just say, okay, well, but I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to have blah, 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 blah. I need to rest where I can. Obviously, there's certain responsibilities that can't go out the window, and I need to be able to work around those. But I also need to be able to say, wait, where can I let some things go so that I can give myself the space to be able to take this rest, because it's vital to the job that I do. A lot of therapists go through something called compassion fatigue or compassion burnout, and it's because we hold so much space for people and individuals, and especially for me as well too, or any practitioner that has a community or has a Facebook group or anything like this that does some of these extra things. You're holding space for a lot of people. And if I'm not holding space for myself and I'm not honoring what my body needs, then I'm not really going to ever be able to function optimally, and I'm not going to be able to continue to serve in this beautiful way that I do here now. So that's really what I wanted to sort of bring to light today, is understanding that the body knows. And for most of us, you might say, but how does my body know, Denise? How does my body know? And we're all unique. So it's up to you to say, okay, how is my body speaking to me? When I feel anxious, how is my body speaking to me? What does it feel like? When I'm feeling really, really exhausted and fatigued, how is that talking to me? When I feel like I'm not living a life that's in alignment with who I am and what I really want, how does that talk to me through the body? How does my intuition talk to me through the body? And starting to get to know those elements of yourself and understanding how it speaks to you, so that you can then start to build that relationship. And you'll have and as you do this, like with everything, it takes practice. And the more that you do it, the more you understand how your body talks to you. Then it becomes a lot easier to be able to say, okay, what do I need? Because you always know what you need. Everybody seems to think that everyone else knows better for them, but you know exactly what you need all the time, and your body knows what it needs. It's just about how can I begin to listen to it? How can I be able to create this beautiful relationship with my body again, so that I can be able to decipher what it needs and how to serve it, to be sure that it is functioning optimally. But hopefully you took a little bit from that. Let me know in the comments below how your body speaks to you. I would love to know. And with that, I'm going to go. But I hope you are, of course, happy, healthy, and abundant. And make it a great day. Make it a great day. Make it a great day. This is me learning how my body talks. It's kind of weird, but do you really expect anything less from me? Let's get to it.